But if they do any attacking, they win. We win. No way! They had game on board. What did they do? They could have quested for 8 there.
NANI?
Dude, what? I was looking at all the new decks on Dreamborn Inc. and this one caught my eye for sure. It's called Jafar Ramp. Number 1, it has Flounder. So that's a dub. And then it has Jafar in a blue deck. So what? Like, I'm pretty excited to see it. Blue actually has some decent card draw. Lots of them aren't draws, though. Like, this one is put a card into your hand. It's not a draw. And Boston on a Roll, that one's look at the top 3. It's not a draw. That's a draw. That's a look at the top 2, which isn't a draw. Popsicle is a draw. So lots of stuff works with Jafar. It's weird that the lamps aren't in here, but that's okay too. Especially with going on the bottom of the deck, I think Genie might be cool in here. And lamps. But it's already at 65 cards. And I'm excited to see what this person cooked up. I just found it on the new page. And we're going to play it. Maurice is here too. I haven't seen Maurice in a hot minute. Maurice lets you play item cards for a little bit less. This is what we learned in this video. Number 1, if Elsa exerts your Jafar, you get the draw for turn lore. And that's pretty cool. Go on and use your Elsas on our Jafar. Sure, we don't get to sing with Jafar, but we get the 1 draw lore. And that's okay with us. Number 2, Mama Odie is cool when she's paired with Great Grandma Tala. You know, the legendary one that every time there's an ink into the inkwell, you get a lore. Mama Odie and her go hand in hand. So watch out for them. And then number 3, don't be worried if you see this deck played on the ladder. If you see a Jafar in a blue deck, you're okay. You can chill. We're going to ramp Jafar, and we're going against another Blurple deck. Are they ramping Jafar too? What is up with these matchups? It's kind of crazy. We get a Popsicle, the best turn 1 in all of blue. Tamatoa's got to go because we want him late game. We don't want to waste his potential now. Develop Your Brain is also going to be mulliganed. And then we kind of like the Maleficent to draw cards. You know what I'm saying. Or maybe she's better later. Ooh, Belle! Ink. Welcome to the Inkwell, Belle. And welcome to the battlefield. 1 Popsicle. Alright, let's just draw a card. It's friends on the other side and we passed her. Let It Go goes into the Inkwell. Love to see it. Their removal is gone. Chernabog lets them draw a card. We have all the Popsicles in the world. And we're just going to ink develop our brain and play a Popsicle. Draw a card. We get Maurice and then we play a Popsicle. The best start in all of Lorcana. And then we pass the turn. Turn 3 is going to be Maleficent to draw a card. We're looking for our Jafar line. But we also need to ramp up so we can play Jafar. Nah, I mean... Looks like they're not going to draw the card there, so they can keep getting that lore. They ink a snake. Do they play a snake to bounce it? Probably not. I think that might be their only 2 drops in that deck. Yup, they bounce the Chernabog. Gets them a body on board. Is it Tamatoa or Maurice? I think it's Tamatoa. And we get to play Maleficent to let us draw a card. There's Hiram Flaversham. That'll let us draw way more cards, but we need Jafar on board. I think this deck could work. This is pretty cool. Ooh, they ramp a little bit. They sing 1 jump ahead. They still have 2 ink to play with. Could they bounce another snake? They have 3 ink to play with. Do we see the Quill here? We do see the Quill. Unprecedented strats coming in from the Blurple. They get to exert it and put a card in the inkwell. Do they have the 1 cost? Yeah, they do. They have Chernabog. We already knew they had Chernabog. We definitely want to play Jafar. But we could, how far I'll go. We definitely want to play Jafar. And we want to put a ramp song onto the top of the deck. This will guarantee us that ramp song. Hiram, no. Maurice, you, yuck. Sorry, Remise, but you gotta go Remise. Queen's Castle lets us draw. Madam Mim Fox does nothing that we'd want to do right now. I guess except take out the snake. And we pass. Because we won't be able to use Jafar because we need to shift him. That's our only hope. Obi-Wan. I do take out our Maleficent. Ouch, ouch, owie. We have some big decisions. We don't want to play that because they could one-shot it now, especially now with Gaston and Snake out there. But they could have one-shotted it with Mim Fox anyway. So I think we're going to go ahead and ink our castle. And then figure out something else to do then. We get a rabbit. We're just looking for our Jafar combo. That's going to be the way that we get lore. Put out Hiram, and then he'll be able to sing how far I'll go next turn. Let us draw some cards real quick. We get Jafar, heck yeah. Very cool indeed. We're excited for next turn. We shift 5. Does this draw? Look at top 2. Put 1 in your hand. So that doesn't draw. But Friends draws. And Hiram draws with popsicles. Right? To draw 2 cards. I don't know. So we don't want to how far I'll go, and we don't want to one jump ahead next turn. We do want to shift. But then we'd have to exert and like, oh, it's evasive though. So we're set up with the evasive. Because I don't think purple has an answer to evasive. We're just going to get our lore engine out next turn and start pulling cards. They still have 2 ink to play with. We could see another snake. Ooh. They ink, and we could see the Mim Fox. They play in Montanui, which is cool. And then they move their snake there. So if I take out the snake, it becomes ink. Develop Your Brain doesn't draw a card, does it? It looks at the top cards. So we'll shift Jafar. Jafar Field. We'll sing. That's another Jafar. That gets us 2. Quest with Hiram to banish an item. That gets us another 2. Then we get a Flounder on the battlefield. Welcome, Flounder, to the battlefield. And we pass the turn. They could take out Hiram here, but then they wouldn't get 3 juicy lore from Gaston. They could also let it go onto our Jafar. I guess that's their 1 removal for Jafar. They do get to draw 2 extra cards trying to find it. Their Gaston has an idea. They've highlighted it. Gaston goes for a quest. Puts him to 11. Will we have enough juice to get there? Did that do no damage to our Hiram? It did. It just doesn't show up. They play a Mim Fox to bounce their Hiram, and then we'll see if they take our Hiram. They do. It goes away. But you already know Flounder is going to banish this Fox next turn. Can we do anything to get rid of this Gaston? I don't think so. How many cards are we going to draw? We're going to draw 2. Are we going to play another Jafar? Maybe. We didn't get to ramp the way that we'd like. Tamatoa is not for us right now. Probably should have attacked Gaston there. But we rolling with it. Audrey Ramirez readies items so it can ready Lucky Dime, and that's pretty cool. But we don't have any big lures out, and that's not the lines that we're going for. I think we just put out our Jafar. Take out their fox, it becomes ink, but now they don't have a fox. So they can't sing. And we'll pass. They could let it go on one of these, but they can't let it go on two of these. They could let it go on three of these. Who am I kidding? We're in a weird spot. Ooh, yuck, Elsa, but that makes them exerted. Yeah, during your turn, while this character is exerted, that's where we want them, Elsa, question mark. It means that they can't sing, though. And we can't take out this Gaston. So our only option is to win this turn. What do we have? We have 1 draw and 2 draw. That's 4 lore that I see. Hiram would probably be the best. Hiram would get us 4 lore because we banish the Popsicle. We get a dime, and that lets us get 2 lore because we're exerted. Thanks, Elsa. Audrey Ramirez has got to go. That doesn't draw, and that doesn't draw. Rabbit draws, and Maleficent draws. And that doesn't draw either. We get 6 lore, and that's kind of cool. Yeah, they definitely got it. Guess we want Maurice for dime. Oh, that did let us draw a card. That's so cool. Putting the card in your hand isn't drawing a card. I don't know. Maurice, whenever this character requests, you pay 2 less for the next item you play. Whenever you play an item, you may draw a card. Ooh. And that's it. We almost got there. We're giving it another go for surezies. But their Gaston can quest or their Elsa and win the game. So that was cool. We're getting there. We're understanding. We're learning together. Where did I put it? Ramp Jafar. Here we go. Our idea is to ramp. We're going to mulligan hard for ramping cards. Like One Jump Ahead or Fishbone Quill. We get paired against a Blue Amber, which is one of my favorite decks right now. Blue Fossa. I have a video on that. It's pretty cool. Hello, any ramping cards? No, I didn't think so. We're going to keep Popsicle for turn 1, and that's a ramping card. So we keep it. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, all of our friends are here. Did we get rid of Maleficent? I don't think so. I think we just get rid of 1 Hiram. They ink Let It Go. Love to see it. The opener. Hiram's gotta go. And here comes Popsicle. And we get a Hiram. Good deals. Good deals for everybody. Our ideal draw next turn would be a popsicle or develop your brain or one jump ahead. Oh, they got it. Look at that. We get a lucky dime, which is not our ideal draw. Probably should have played popsicle here first. Because Belle should have been ink and not Hiram. And then we pass turn. They get out of Mama Odie. Oh no, they goatee for the win. Whenever they sing a song, Mama Odie puts the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. It's too strong. Tamatoa. More like Inkatoa. Nah, we'll do Belle here. Belle has an ability. I always forget about Belle's second ability. During your turn, you can put an additional card from your hand into your inkwell face down. We play Maleficent to draw us a card. Do we get a Jafar Field? Nope. We get a Madam Mim Fox, which is good because it can take out Mama Odie if it sings. They get an area onto the battlefield, and we'll see if it finds a song. It's looking like it because it didn't automatically go away from this screen. They get a Be Our Guest. And if they sing it with Mama Odie, ooh, they ink Bare Necessities. And then if they play Be Our Guest, they get one extra ink this turn. They do one jump ahead, which is 2 extra ink. Incredible value. And then they sing with Mama Odie. They just ramping for days, dude. We don't need Audrey Ramirez yet. For 4, we need Hiram to draw cards. She can ready Lucky Dime, though. And that's so cool. I think we get rid of Fox. No, we needed Fox for that. We definitely need Fox to get rid of the Mama Odie right now. Because Mama Odie on fire. FR. And if they attack with that, they'll be scared too. They play a Mulan Reflecting. So cool. I would love to play this deck. Shift 2, and then Honor the Ancestors. When this character quests, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a song, you may play it for free. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck. And then they let it go to our Fox. We finally get our Jafar, but we're nowhere ramped enough. We can get out Jafar next turn. But is it worth it? They do Grandma Tala. Whenever a card is put in your inkwell, gain 1 lore. They find the Mama Odie is on their top deck. It's not a song. Mulan only gets song cards. Did they have to exert for that? It's when she quests. So that's where their 2 lore came from. Was Mama the Odie. Maurice. We do you boy. We ink Maurice. How far I'll go. Rabbit gives us a body on board. So we like that. That's cool. Next turn we'll be able to play Hiram. Draw 2 cards. First we have to do him. They quest, and if they find a song, they're going to go crazy. They don't find a song. They find another Grandma Tala. They do get a song, though. We get 3 ink, and they get 3 ink. Belle's now a 4 quester. That was pretty cool. So I got 4 lore off that Grandma Tala because of that. Let's see, 4, 10. They can get 6 next turn. Are we worried about it? I think we're worried about this Mulan. So we got to take her out to lunch. Hiram lets us draw a card. Draw 2. Then we get 2 lore off Jafar. We don't need Fishbone anymore. Rabbit lets us draw a card. Jafar lets us go crazy. Rabbit to draw a card. It's Queen's Castle. We can play Queen's Castle. We can put an additional card in the Inkwell. Thanks, Bell. Move Jafar to Castle. Move Rabbit to Castle. Quest Bell. And hopefully they can't do the thing. If they get a song, it's going to go crazy. If they get Whole New World, which they can't because they're blue-yellow. But this was a really cool deck to see pop off. They do get a song, and that gets them 2 lore off Grammatala. So cool. Grammatala can quest for 2. Go to 14. Go to 16. So cool. Mama Odie quest. They did it! Oh, they did it. That was so cool. They get 3 more lore with Grammatala. Wow. So cool. That deck popped off. Oh, and they get another lore because the Mama Odie inks a card because it was a song. So good. Alright, one more game with the Ramp Jafar. See if we can make it work. Because it didn't work that last game. That last game we got shreked upon. We get an aggro deck, which is going to be tough because we don't have lots of aggro options. We do have a Mim Fox in our hand. We'd love to see it. And a Flounder. Good deals. Looks like we're keeping this hand. Because we want to ink our Tamatoa. And then welcome to the battlefield, Flounder, Son of the Sun. Pass. You know the sun, the closest star in our galaxy. They ink a Rafiki. That's okay with us. And they play a Pluto. We get 2 popsicles this turn. Bell lets us ink extra, but we don't need it. Develop your brain. We're going to keep Bell. And Popsicle to draw a card. Boom, there's Maleficent. Popsicle to draw a card. Boom, there's One Jump Ahead, but we can't sing it. And we quest with Flounder. Win game with Flounder, question mark? They play a Wendy Darling. Three, draw a card, or 1 jump ahead to go to 4 next turn. We have her, then we can sing next turn. Queen's Castle, don't mind if I do. Quest with Flounder, all of our lore from Flounder, question mark. 2 lore of Flounder, 100% of lore is Flounder. That's a good game. They ink a dock and play a dock. Wow. Quest Wendy Darling for 2. Do we have enough smoke to take her out? We do, but just barely. Oh, we could Mim Fox. Sounds good to us. 1 jump. 2 jump. Maleficent? It's ink, but it's Maleficent. Maleficent? I don't think that's how that works. We get a flounder, the strongest boy on board, and we quest for 1 big one and pass the turn. Next turn, Mem Fox can do some work. We could even heal her first so Doc doesn't get rid of her. No way! 100% of our lore is gone? And they heal Doc? Disgusting. What do we want to do? Develop brain. Yeah, they won't be able to deal with that. Move. Popsicle. Our Mem Fox so we don't perish by Dockaroo. And then we say, what Doc? Where? Oh, you had a Doc on the battlefield? Oh, I didn't see him there. And then we quest with Flounder and pass the turn. We'll get to draw 2 cards hopefully next turn unless this Rapunzel decides to get brave. They ink a Piglet. That's good news because Piglet is a big lore quester. Looks like the Rapunzel's got brave. Does 4 damage to Rapunzel, and then we can see a Rapunzel here. It's a goat. Meow. We get a Queen's Castle. We get to draw an extra card as Gaston. Ink Queen's Castle. Get out our final boss. And then you already know we take out Rapunzel. And we pass the turn. They're looking at our final boss kind of funny. They can't befuddle it. I don't think they have any removal for it. Yzma, that's removal for it. Oh no, not our final boss. What do we want to do? We want to take Pluto. We want to Mem Fox. That. And take the goat. We can Flounder here so they're scared. And 1 jump ahead so they're scared. Popsicle can only heal characters. It can't heal locations. If it did, that'd be sickomode. Yzma goes ahead and fall for our trap card. The Inca Snake, do they play a bounce for Yzma? They play a Perdita, which makes a zombie dog. It gets a 1 or 2 cost back from the discard. It's her. Do we care about Gaston here? Or do we care about putting out a thing that they can't deal with? I think that's pretty funny. I think that's pretty good. Gets us a friends. If we ink, we can move Rabbit to location. I think it's worth it there to get rid of our Popsicle and move to location and pass. I think so. They could Mim Fox though. So what was the point? Perdita's gonna quest first, hopefully, so they can get a card back from their graveyard. What could they get? They can get a Pluto back from the graveyard, and that's it. They play a rabbit. Inca Goat. Quest for 2. 4 damage onto the castle. Quest the Perdita, get back the Pluto. And pass the turn. We get a Mim Fox, which is great news. We could even take out their Perdita with that. So I think is what we'll do. If I play Queen's Castle, surely they'll be tilted. They can get 6 next turn. Do we need another Flounder on board? It really looks like it. Because we'll need to take out more of their people. And pass. We both have pretty cool board states. They could bounce Yzma, and they couldn't play Yzma again this turn, though. So they need Yzma on board for her attack power. Would we take out Perdita? That was good, right? Yeah, because Yzma has to attack. So we got rid of 2 of their lore questers. They can go Wendy Darling, which is okay with us. We don't need any more aggro on the board from them. They do take out one of our Queen's Castles with their Yzma. That leaves our... Oh, dude, they Elsa'd us. Sneaky buggers. Did that just secure them the game? They can get 9 next turn, and we can take out 1 to make it 8. What could Gaston get us for removal? Is there any removal here? There is no removal that we have in this deck. We lost this game. There's nothing that we could play. Mim Fox? That's our only removal. We need to get a Mim Fox. We gotta do some math. 3 would still do it. 3 and 4 is 7. And we'd still have 3 for Mim Fox. We know what's on the top now, so Rabbit doesn't get us anything good. What does Rabbit get us? Oh, does that do top and bottom? Ooh. This is our only hope. Ooh. Bummer. Popsicle? Mim Fox? It's Maurice. We knew it was Maurice. All we can do is that. And all we can do is say, everybody get into the castle. And then we lost the game by the perfect amount. Jafar ramp doesn't work. Don't try it. Too good with that Elsa, dude. If they attack any of our cards, we still win. Oh, I guess they could go. But if they do any attacking, they win. We win. No way! They had game on board. What did they do? They could have quested for 8 there. Dude, what? They're going to play another Elsa. Okay, they have 11 on board. We need to make it 6. We need to make it 7. We need to remove 4 lore. Which there's that. There's 3. And then we need to remove rabbit. Gaston. We have to go there. They have 8 still. Look at the top 5 of your deck. Put any other number on the top and bottom. And how will we draw it? We play 3, and then how do we draw it? Diamond will jump ahead. Dude, we weren't getting that Madam M. Fox anyway, dude. We gain 1 lore for that. We move him to the location. And we pass. They still win. But they gave us a shot. Have it on board. All they have to do is quest. They're counting their numbers. They figured it out. Good for them for figuring it out. They get a Pluto from the discard by questing their Perdita. They quest their Rafiki to get 1 lore. Their Yuzma gets 2 lore. And what does their Wendy Darling do? It wins them the game. Don't play Jafar ramp. It won't work.